Good morning. Today we're going to make a pecan pie on the big steel keg. This is the first time I've ever cooked anything on, videoing, and actually it's the first time I've ever made a pecan pie in the grill. The big steel keg, this is it here. It's your typical Komodo style grill, however it's made of metal, and it won't break if it falls over, hopefully. I've got natural charcoal set up. It's a Komodo style grill that allows you to do low and slow cooking or high temperature cooks for steaks and pizzas, what have you. I will be making the crust from scratch in my food processor. I'll be making the filling in just the normal blender. So let's get started. Okay, so now we will go ahead and assemble the pie crust. We have 2 3/4 cups unbleached flour. We'll put in the food processor.
What are you doing?
I'm making the video, hold on. We have 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Why? I don't have sugar.
1 teaspoon of salt. We'll go ahead and put the lid on and just pulse it to combine.
How do that?
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Come here.
How?
Push the button right there.
This button?
This one, right here. Right there. Okay, good job. Hold on.
It's going to turn up?
Yep. And then we add the shortening. And this is 2 ounces of shortening. Just kind of add it so little chunks. Oops.
Why? I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again.
Hold on, Lawson. I'll let you in a second.
Put the lid on.
Put the lid back on.
Why?
Here. Pulse it.
This
Right here. This button right here. Go. Push.
Like that?
Yep.
I'll do it.
One more. Push. Okay.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Now we add.
What are you making?
Well, I'm making pie.
Pie?
We add 6 ounces of chilled butter, and then you want to cut it up in some cubes like this.
Okay. Cut. One of those things? One of those things? Turn it.
You do it again?
Yeah.
And we want to pulse this as well.
It made it fast. It's loud. Wow,
Okay.
The sugar.
Now, the secret to making the pie crust in the food processor that I've found is 1/4 cup of Kentucky Bourbon. And I find that if you use the stronger stuff, the 100 proof or so,
Can you put it in here?
it does pretty well.
Put it in.
Hold on, let Daddy do this, okay? So I'm just going to turn it on and drizzle it in. Hold on, Lawson. And so this is what we're looking for, something that's that holds together, but doesn't have to be too dry. And we're just going to dump this out right here on some saran wrap. Take out our blade. Hold on, Lawson, don't touch the camera.
I'm not touching the camera.
I'm going to get all this stuff out here.
I'm touching the camera.
Hold on, Lawson.
I have something in
And
the camera.
just kind of form it to a ball, or a patty actually. It smells really good.
The camera.
It doesn't look like it's going to hold together, but once we get it wrapped up in the saran wrap, we're going to put it back in the refrigerator to let it set up, and that will help to hydrate the flour. And once the flour is nice and hydrated, we will be able to Lawson, please. We will be able to roll this up into or roll it out into a pie crust. So now we're going to go get the grill all warmed up. So we're going to go outside. So here we have the big steel keg, and we're going to go ahead and get the fire started. I'm using a Weber starter cube. I find that these things work really well and pretty much get it lit every single time. So I put it down the middle, put a couple pieces of coal on top, and I only use the natural lump charcoal. Okay. And have all our dampers open. About 15 minutes we'll be ready to shut the lid and let it come up to temperature. We're going to be cooking today at 350 degrees. We're ready to get the pie crust rolled out so that we can start assembling our pie. This has been in the refrigerator for about an hour and has sat up. The flour has pretty much absorbed all the liquid that it's going to. It's not necessarily as doughy as it could be, but it should still work. So I'm going to flop it out here. Okay. So just going to roll it out. And this is also a type of dough that you don't necessarily have to flour it. It will stick, but I'm going to show you my little trick here to get it from off the counter. Okay. So now it looks like it's just about big enough. Okay, so here's my trick. I take these little cutting boards and I scrape alongside the bottom until I get it peeled off the bottom. And I know you could flour the surface, but this just works very well for me. And then try not to stretch it too much. And use a little extra crust here and kind of fill some of the holes. Need to. Okay. And then you can do whatever you want to make the crust look prettier. Try not to worry too much about it. Okay, so now we gotta get the filling made and we will be ready to stick this on the grill. So now I'm ready to assemble the filling for the pie. You have 1/4 cup of melted butter. We have a 1/8 cup of white sugar, 3/8 cups of brown sugar, 3 ounces of Karo light syrup, 2 eggs, half a shot of Kentucky Bourbon, a teaspoon of vanilla, about 1.25 cups of pecans, and half a cup of chocolate chips. So we will start by putting the sugar and the butter in the blender. We're just going to mix until it creams together. Okay. And we're going to add our eggs. Just one at a time. Let that cream together. And we're going to add the Karo syrup. Let that get all mixed and incorporated. Add our vanilla and our Kentucky Bourbon. So now we're ready to assemble. We'll pour a little batter in the bottom. And layer on some pecans. Chocolate chips. Some more batter. Get the rest of our pecans in here. Our chocolate chips. And then we're going to scrape the bowl. And this will puff a little bit in the grill, but not much, so we want to make sure we get all that good stuff out. I found if you at least make sure the top coat has some type of filling on top. You get a nice browning from the syrup. But if you have a pecan that's poking out that never got any syrup on top, sometimes it can burn. So, okay, so now we are ready to put it out on the grill. Let's go outside. Okay, so now we're ready to put the pie on the grill. We've got it stabilized out about 350 degrees. It's varying about 10 to 15 degrees above and below, but overall 350 is the target temperature. I've got it set up for an indirect cook. I'm going to go ahead and put it up on the top rack as well because I just want it as far from the heat as possible. Put it there. You can see my temperature probe. My little thing's going off. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a crust shield just to make sure that hopefully we don't get our crust burnt. And I'm going to check on it about 30, 35, 40 minutes and see if it's ready. It'll puff slightly and just get a nice dark crust over the filling. I'll pull the ring off the top so I can get the crust to brown up towards the end. Okay, so it's right at 45 minutes and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it. Probably take the pie crust ring off. So here we go. Alright. I did looks like I found out the hard way that my grill is not quite level. I'm going to turn it a little bit here. So let's put this down a second. I'm just going to rotate it a little bit. Okay. And probably let it go another maybe 5 more minutes. And we'll be back. Go ahead and take a look at it again. It's been right at about 50 minutes. It looks like it's pretty well done. Kind of look at it a little bit here. Looks like my grill's not quite that even. Look at the bottom. Looks like it's been done. So, alright, I'm going to get this off the grill and go put it inside the kitchen and let it cool down. So, be right back. So we've cooked the pecan pie for about 55 minutes on the grill and we're ready to cut into it. It's cool for about 20 or 30 minutes. So here we go. Let's see how it turned out. Okay, so pretty good. The crust turned out fine. It's time to taste it. Still a little hot. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff. Hey, this was the pecan pie baked on the big steel keg. I want to thank Steve at Stoked on Smoke for allowing me to enter the competition. I will go ahead and leave all of the ingredients down in the description of the video. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and I will try to respond back as quick as I can. This proved to be quite a bit of a challenge to record and cook all at the same time. And I don't know how Steve does it. I actually have a great appreciation for the videos that he produces on his channel every day or every week as he posts up. So thank you, Steve, for the videos. Thank you for allowing me to enter this competition. Bye.